Good morning, students. Welcome all to this online class. Let's start this session with an inspiring thought of APJ Abdul Kalam. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. Means if you aspire to shine like a sun, you will have to work hard, tackle all the obstacles that comes in the path. Now let's focus on our studies. The chapter which we are going to start today is the digestive and excretory system. If you have the book, you can open chapter number 3, page number 30. First slide I have kept blank because before starting digestive system, you have to understand few things which I'll make you understand here and try to concentrate. First of all, our body needs energy and nutrient. To perform any work or to play. Okay. And while studying chapter 1, human body, the food we eat, we have studied already. And in that we studied there are how many types of nutrients are there? If you remember, it is 5 in number, namely protein, carbohydrate, fat, vitamin and minerals. These are the 5 nutrients which we get from food. So for the body to work properly or to play, it needs energy and a nutrient. And to get energy and nutrient, it needs healthy food. From healthy food, we are able to get energy and nutrient. And from the food, if you want energy and nutrient, it is essential for the food to get digested properly. Food should be digested properly. You all are aware of all these things, but you have to concentrate to see the correlation between them. So it should be digested properly. Why it is required to be digested properly? Because when you eat food, what do you eat? Chapati, rice, vegetable, fruits, liquid diets, whatever you take, it cannot be absorbed directly. For that, digestion is compulsory. And why digestion is essential? Because in that form only it can be absorbed by our body, by the organs and the cell. Okay, so in order to get absorbed by the organs and the cell, it is essential for the food to get digested properly. If you remember, cell you are aware of, organs you are aware of. We have already studied, it is a basic, cell is a basic building block of our body, and organs are different organs like eyes, nose, heart, lungs, etc. are the organs. We will not go in detail of this, but you should have an idea of everything. So it should be, the food should be digested properly in order to get energy and nutrient. So, and digestion is carried out with the help of digestive system. carried out with the help of digestive system. What is digestive system? It is a combination of organs. Combination of organs. As you have already studied that when organs combine, they form organ system. Similarly here, certain organs combine to form digestive system, and which performs the function of digestion, and then energy is released and nutrient is absorbed, and then body is able to work properly or carry out the functions, etc. As we came to know that different organs combine together to form the digestive system. So what are the organs that combine together? They are teeth, which is inside the mouth. Then this is the food pipe known as esophagus. This is the stomach. This is a small intestine. And this is large intestine. Which opens out through anus. Now these are the organs which combine together to form the digestive system. And these organs work together in unity to carry out the function of digestion. And every organ processes the food differently, thereby helping in digestion and absorbing nutrients. Next is digestive system. Now what is the, how you will define what is digestive system? Why we are studying digestive system? What is the use of studying this digestive system? With the help of this, we will come to know how the body takes in the food, how the food is taken in, how the food moves in the body, how it breaks down into simpler substances, thereby absorbing the nutrient and getting rid of the waste. And how these organs are connected together, we'll come to know with the help of this diagram. This is the mouth, which contains the teeth, and mouth opens in a food pipe which passes through the neck and is known as esophagus. This food pipe then opens into stomach here. It is connected to the stomach here. This is stomach. This is liver, which releases bile juice, and this bile juice helps in the process of digestion. This is pancreas. Pancreas releases pancreatic juice. It also helps in the process of digestion. Then this stomach is further connected to small intestine, shown here with the pink color. Small intestine. intestine, and further it is connected to large intestine, shown by orange color here, large intestine. And further from here it opens out with the help of anus. Now the next topic is digestion. How you will define digestion? What is digestion? It is the process of converting complex food into simple substances, and this process is known as digestion. Food can be considered as complex substance. The process of digestion is shown here in the form of flow diagram, and food can be considered as complex substance, and with the help of the process of digestion it can be converted into simple substances, and thereby the nutrients are released and absorbed by our body, and energy is released to carry out different work. Now this is the first step of digestion process. It is considered as the first stage of digestion. So chewing is the first stage of digestion. Before that, I want to ask something. Suppose very tasty, yummy food is kept in front of you. For example, burger, pizza, etc. is kept in front of you. What will happen? Some water will come out from your mouth. What is that water? It is known by which name? Can you recall? It is the saliva. Whenever we eat something very tasty, this saliva is released in our mouth. Or sometimes when we are hungry and we eat food, then also the saliva is released in the mouth. Its function we will study in few minutes. So we came to know that chewing is the first process of digestion, first stage of digestion. Digestion starts from the mouth only. And you remember that while studying the last chapter, teeth, in that we studied that there are 4 types of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars, molars. And the function is cutting, chopping, tearing, grinding, and crushing of food. So every type of teeth performs different type of functions, and with the help of these functions they chew the food and grind the food nicely, and with the help of this process food is bigger particles or bigger pieces of food is converted into smaller pieces, and simultaneously saliva mixes with the food, thereby making it soft, semi-solid paste-like consistency is there in the food then, so that it can be swallowed easily and digested properly. Now from where this saliva is released? In our mouth, there are salivary glands. From these glands, this saliva is released. So whenever we chew the food, this saliva is released, and the function is to soften the food so that proper swallowing is done and digestion is carried out easily. And sometimes what happens when we are in hurry, we do not chew the food properly. Sometimes it happens that we want to go to play, and in hurry we don't chew the food properly. In that case, larger particles of food reaches the stomach. Now what will happen? Then it causes bloating in the stomach, leading to stress on stomach, and then digestion problems starts taking place. Now the mouth opens into the food pipe known as esophagus. This is esophagus here, shown here. Esophagus, which is a food pipe, which opens here into the stomach. Now, in the mouth, with the help of tongue and teeth, food is grinded properly and pushed into the esophagus, which is a food pipe. From here, it is pushed inside, backside, passing through the neck. In this food pipe, it is pushed, and from here, it reaches the stomach. Now, the next is stomach. We will see how the digestion takes place in the stomach. First, with the help of this diagram, we will see this is the stomach, and from here it is connected to esophagus, and from here it is connected to small intestine. And stomach is this is hollow muscular bag-like structure which contracts periodically, and it is known as peristaltic movement, which helps in the process of digestion. And from if you see, it is from here it is connected to esophagus. From esophagus the food reaches stomach here, and it stays here for 4 hours. And in the stomach, the digestive juices and enzymes are released, which helps in the process of digestion, and breakdown of food takes place into substances like protein is formed, and further it is moved towards the small intestine for further digestion. And first, one more thing which I want to tell here is the stomach wall on the inner side. The stomach wall is there is a thick mucus lining, and what is the benefit of this thick mucus lining is there that it since the stomach releases strong digestive juices and enzymes. So if these juices or enzymes reaches the wall of the stomach here, in stomach wall of the stomach here, then it can digest the wall. But since this mucus lining is there on it, it prevents these juices to reach in this place. So this is the benefit of mucus lining on the walls of stomach. Now I'll end up here. Rest of the part of digestion we will consider in the next lecture. It is time to test your understanding and learning skill. I'll ask you questions and you'll have to answer. First question is the process in which complex food is converted into simpler substances. So if you see here, it is asking for the process in which complex food is converted into simpler substances. So the process will be known as digestion. Now the next question is, glands which secrete saliva. You remember, saliva is secreted in mouth when we eat. So what is the name of the glands which secrete saliva? It is salivary glands. The next question is, what is the other name of food pipe? Other name of food pipe. Do you remember what is the other name of food pipe? It is esophagus. Now the next question is, which part helps in grinding and chewing of food? This so everyone knows, it is teeth. Teeth helps in grinding and chewing of food. Now, one more question. How many hours food stays in stomach? For how many hours food stays in stomach? It is 4 hours. If you have answered it all correctly, then it is too good. You have understood very nicely. If you are not able to answer, go through the lecture, read the book properly again, and then hopefully you will be able to understand and answer all the questions. Now I'll end up here. Rest of the topics will be covered in the next lecture. Question answers of chapter 2 is uploaded on the school website. Download it, complete the work as per the instruction given. See you soon in the next lecture. Till then, have a nice day.